We have 3 8-ends we use on the farm for cultivating and mowing the edges of row crops and mowing small pastures with a 5-foot bush hog. A common problem they have is rusting of the hood in this area. Recall that the sheet metal wraps around a heavy metal frame that also supports the gas tank. It seems that moisture and dirt collect in this particular area, causing the sheet metal to rust. Many different kinds of repairs have been made. We settled on using fiberglass with an epoxy-based resin. West System makes various epoxy resins, hardeners, and fairing compounds, mainly for marine applications. We keep some in the shop and use it on various projects. It can be expensive when bought in these sizes, but the shelf life is good. Smaller individual kits are also available. Search West System Epoxy for sources online. We will go over repairs on 2 hoods and take a quick look at a side panel or dogleg repair. There are 3 steps: prepping the metal, inlaying the fiberglass cloth, and leveling with the fairing compound. This shows the rusted area we're going to repair. The first thing to do is to cut out the badly rusted metal with a small cut-off wheel. There will be a lot of built-up rust and dirt. Dig it all out. Various picks work good. Continue cleaning the metal with wire wheels, Dremel tools, and hand wire brushes. Once the metal is clean, phosphoric acid works well to inhibit rust. There's different brands, but hardware stores will have an inexpensive one. We spray the metal, then when still damp, wipe clean with a paper towel. Let it dry overnight. Here is the rusted area cleaned and prepped. Masking tape is used on the back side of the holes so resin won't run out. We'll start by wetting some glass strips with resin. You can lay them on wax paper to do this. Now you can layer in strips of fiberglass. First wet the metal with resin and tuck the fiberglass well in front and behind the cutout area. Have the hood on its side so the working area is horizontal. Let the fiberglass cure overnight, then the fairing compounds are used for the final shaping. The West System materials come in canisters that are mixed with epoxy resins. The compounds come in a range of adhesive, strength, and fairing qualities. This chart compares them. 406 has good strength and adhesion for the initial layer, and 407 has good shaping qualities for the final layer. When mixing the compound, keep adding powder until it has the consistency of peanut butter. This avoids running. This is the first application of fairing compound. The trick to shaping things properly is to establish the groove, red line, between the ribs. This shows the first sanding. Use a wood block with a hard edge so you can establish the groove. And this is the second coating of fairing compound. Again, just sand with a wood block and about 220 paper. You'll find it shapes very easily. You can see there were still a few low spots that needed to be filled. Then we sanded and primed. Here it is, finished and painted. We will quickly look at another hood with more extensive rust. The left side of this hood had 2 areas rusted through. This shows the area towards the back after being cut out. This is a closer look at the area in front and after having been cut out. Here it is, cleaned and prepped. The metal was coated with epoxy resin and wetted glass layered in. This is the first layer of fairing. A paint scraper covered with wax paper was used to establish the groove. This layer of fairing was completed and sanded. You'll find it's very easy to get the proper shape as you sand. and another layer of fairing and sanding. And finally some primer and paint. Dog legs can be repaired in the same way. This shows the rusted area prepped and filled with fiberglass cloth. You can work from both the front and the back. The area is filled and sanded, then painted and on the tractor. The 8N tractor is still a great tractor for many jobs on the farm.